Tonight, rules, red tape, and the thrilling world of please sign here paperwork. Yes, we're diving headfirst into the bureaucratic wonderland of compliance. It's the corporate equivalent of your parents telling you to eat your vegetables, except the vegetables cost billions of dollars. And if you don't eat them, a federal agent shows up at your door. Compliance is the invisible, often maddening, system of checks and balances that keeps the entire global financial system from imploding like a poorly constructed Jenga tower. So, for the next 5 minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal 10 absolutely insane facts about the industry that keeps our money, well, mostly safe. We'll keep it quick, about 30 seconds per fact. Let's get into it. Our first fact is about something called a Suspicious Activity Report, or SAR. Now, the name itself sounds incredibly dramatic, doesn't it? It conjures images of trench-coated spies exchanging briefcases in a foggy park. The reality is less James Bond and more James, the overworked intern. Banks in the US alone file millions of these SARs every single year. It's a tsunami of digital paperwork, a deluge of maybe suspicious reports, and the threshold can be absurdly low. Anything out of the ordinary gets reported, which means fantastically mundane. Sell a car and deposit cash? That could trigger a report. Sudden pattern change? Another report. Buried in the haystack? Yes, the one the size of Texas, and also on fire. There might be one clue to a massive money laundering ring. So, how do banks sort all that data? With technology, of course, AML screening software, which brings us to the staggering rate of false positives. These systems are about as nuanced as a sledgehammer. They see the name John Smith and immediately flag every John Smith, Smythe, in a 50-mile radius. The result? Over 90%, and in many cases, over 99% of alerts are false positives. For every 100 times the system screams, "We've got one," 99 times, it's a perfectly innocent grandmother miscast as an arms dealer. It's like hiring a guard who tackles everyone at the door, just in case. In a world of biometric scans, blockchain, instant digital payments, you'd think finance is cutting edge, and in some ways it is. In other ways, it's still stuck in the 1980s. Fact 3. The stubborn persistence of legacy paperwork. Some processes still require wedding signatures on physical documents. Print it, find a pen that works, physically sign it, then either mail it or fax it. A fax machine. It converts a good doc into a blurry scroll and makes a sound like a dying modem. Bureaucracy ages like milk, not wine. After the 2008 financial crisis, it became painfully clear some banks were being run with the oversight of a drunk toddler in a casino. Regulators got serious. A regulatory firestorm followed. Fact 4. The compliance hiring boom. Headcount exploded. Entire floors repurposed for rule checkers. Demand skyrocketed. One of the hottest jobs. A gold rush. Except people hunted regulatory loopholes. HR nearly renamed the role. Person who protects the world from our own worst impulses. So what happens when banks don't comply? Fact 5. The fines. Not parking tickets, numbers with more commas than a grammar textbook. Since the crisis, global banks have paid hundreds of billions for money laundering, sanctions violations, market manipulation, not wrist slaps. Body slams, from a 400-pound wrestler named the Regulator. Fines of $1, $2, even $9 billion to single institutions. A billion is 1,000 million. You could buy a jet, or a small country's caffeine for a decade. Punishment and deterrent. The timeout corner is made of solid gold and very expensive. Remember walking in, flashing a plastic card with a grainy photo, and that was that. Those days are over. KYC, Know Your Customer, has gone fully biometric. To open an account, you hold your ID to your phone, then take a selfie. Slowly turn your head, maybe blink, try to look natural. An algorithm analyzes the unique geography of your face. We now selfie our way to financial trust. Impressive yet absurd. Nothing says trustworthy like a late-night selfie in terrible lighting while your cat judges you. Security for the Instagram age. Imagine a game where the rules, the players, and the board change every day, sometimes every hour. That's sanction screening. Governments maintain long, complex lists of individuals, companies, even entire countries you can't do business with, and they change constantly. New names added, old removed, details edited. Global banks must screen every payment against these shifting lists. It's high-stakes whack-a-mole, seconds to block a forbidden transaction or face massive fines. Relentless 24/7 vigilance turns compliance teams into digital sentinels staring at endless scrolling names. For a long time, the wisdom was snitches get stitches. Awkward dober, awkward proper. In corporate compliance, snitches get riches. Governments built programs that protect whistleblowers and reward them handsomely. The FCC's program has paid out over $1 billion to tipsters whose info led to enforcement. Payouts to one person can be tens or even hundreds of millions. Add a potential $30 million check to the Speak Up column, ethics get real clear, real fast. Before sophisticated monitoring, compliance was manual, dozens, maybe 100 flags a day. Then came advanced AI and machine learning to watch everything, all the time. Alert volume exploded, 10, 50, even 100 times more than human-era systems. A mid-sized bank can face thousands, tens of thousands of alerts every day. We outsourced paranoia to code. Congratulations, humanity. We built machines more anxious than us. After AI, billion-dollar fines, and biometrics, the final fact is the humble checklist. In crushing complexity and personal liability, a well-designed checklist is the last line of defense. Did you check the name? Screen the counterparty. Document the source of funds. Fill out Form 87-B Appendix C. It's the Swiss Army knife of compliance. Boring, indispensable, and quietly heroic. So yes, compliance is tedious, expensive, and kind of miraculous. Thanks, compliance officers. You keep capitalism from completely burning down. We see you, and we appreciate you. Thanks for watching.